over the years now, certainly recently over the last few months, I've received many, many emails from viewers that ask me, hey, why don't we start a GoFundMe account, some sort of fundraising account, build up monies so we can give it to the president and actually build the wall. Many people have talked about it. You decided to actually do it. Why?
Well, I'll tell you something. First, I want to say thank you, Graham, for inviting me to participate on your show. I'm a big fan. And it was your show that it was the cause of me starting this campaign, because I listened to a viewer who said she'd be willing to pay money out of her own pocket to build the wall. And I said, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to let people, cast their ballot with their money. And my intention is really not as a one-man show to fund the entire billions of dollars we need for the wall, but if I could get millions of your viewers to contribute even $1 or $5, showing that they're voting with their own money and that this issue was so important in his campaign and remains the most important issue for them today, then I can maybe propel these men in Congress to get off their butts and to do something about it. I mean, the Republicans and the Democrats have talked over the past 10, 15, 20 years about securing our southern border and have not done anything. It would be more important for me to have millions of viewers contribute only $1 or $5 each than to have thousands of participants in my campaign contribute thousands of dollars each.
All right.
Because it's the number of voters.
It is.
And I got to tell you, you've rankled both the Democrats and the Republicans, and I commend you for that.
Well,
they need to build this for all the reasons enumerated by our president.
It's common sense, and it was great to have Donald Trump emerge in 2015 talking right out of the gate about border security, because it's something that we've talked about on this program for many, many years as part of national security, and it's also, by the way, a no-brainer. But I want to talk about the site. The site is Fundraiser, and this is where you put your fundraising effort for Citizens for the Wall. It's Fundraiser, R-A-Z-R. You've got a little over $2,900 at this point. Your goal is $1 billion, I believe. You're not quite there, but really,
Correct.
as you pointed out, the money is not the point. This is sending an effort. What has been the reaction from people you know, people you don't know? What's been the reaction to this?
The reaction, for the most part, has been extremely positive. Of course, there's always a few liberals that say, hey, I thought Mexico was going to pay for the wall, or, this is stupid. We need bridges, not walls. But after having been to war, I'm also concerned by, for the health, the safety, and the welfare of our Border Patrol agents, who sometimes are faced with overpowering weaponry by vicious cartel members. I mean, Mexico is now not even worried about bringing in drugs from China or anywhere else. They're producing huge amounts of nefarious and deadly drugs right there wholesale in their country, and we're the target consumer. So the welfare of our border agents is another reason, that I feel very strongly that we need to have a wall.
It's interesting that you say that, because we've been saying again on this program for many, many years that it is a war zone down along the border. Anybody who's been down along the border can see plainly that it is a war zone, and our border agents do take their lives, risk their lives every time they go and patrol in these dangerous regions. You received the Bronze Star for your heroism in Vietnam. We thank you for that. We thank you for going to Vietnam when others refused to go, including some members and former members of the United States Congress. But it is important to keep in mind that it's very, very dangerous down there along the border for our border agents, but it's also dangerous in the interior once a lot of these illegals come into our country. We had the case of Molly Tibbetts, murdered by an illegal, of course, Kate Steinle, countless other Americans murdered. I think to myself, time to time, what are these members of Congress, both Democrat and Republican, thinking by not fully securing our southern border and allowing this to go on? I'm sure you have the same thoughts.
Absolutely. And don't forget all the local ranchers whose families are right there on the border and are constantly plagued by these illegal aliens nefarious members of the different cartels and crime syndicates, and their families are exposed to this, and from just simply offense of now just posts in the ground.
Want to see more videos like this? Click on the link below and subscribe to One American News on YouTube, and call your cable provider and kindly demand that One American News is added to your lineup. Call and subscribe today.